Good morning, this is Sexologist Dr. Dave, and we come to the same topic, why should we study human sexuality? And this is the last video in this topic, and the topic of discussion for today's video is studying sexuality will help make important personal sexual decisions. Now, the knowledge of human sexuality will help you to make very important personal decisions, that is, decisions related only to yourself. Now, let us see what are some of the decisions you'll be able to make correctly if you have basic knowledge of human sexuality. First of all, you'll be able to decide when to start having sex. You're physically prepared, you're emotionally prepared, you're mentally prepared, and things like that. So you will have some idea of when to begin this. The second will also be you will be in a better position to avoid sex if you don't want to have it. The third could be avoiding drugs and sex, which is a very, very bad combination, because when you are drugged and you're trying to have sex, you are not able to make a proper sexual decision. So you will even know that in order to have sex, you don't need to be boozed or you don't need to take drugs to better your sex life. Again, you'll know how to avoid sadistic partners. If you've studied about paraphilia a little bit, you will know that there are sadistic partners and you need to avoid them at all costs. Even you will know what to do in case of sexual violence, when to report to the police, or to talk to your parent or talk to your partner or talk to your partner's counselor or psychotherapist, and so on and so forth. You will also be able to negotiate what kind of sexual practices you want to get into and you do not want to get into. Again, for a girl, things like whether she wants to lose her virginity or retain her virginity before marriage, again, that becomes very, very crucial in countries where virginity is given a lot of importance. Even in this time and age, this could be a very, very big factor for a girl to decide whether she wants to retain her virginity or lose her virginity. But if she has basic knowledge of human sexuality, along with sexual value system, and also broadly about other things like interpersonal behavior and things like that, then she stands a much better chance of making this decision for herself. Again, with men and women who are slightly more sophisticated in their sexual attitude, even what kind of sexual toys to use, whether to use them or not, how would they impact the relationship, and so on. Again, things like extramarital sex or extramarital affairs, even things like joining a sex club. Of course, we don't have sex clubs in our country, but like people who live outside India and countries which do have sex clubs which are legal. So all these decisions, all these personal decisions, you'll be able to make only when you have at least a thorough background, a thorough foundation of human sexuality. So I would say that to sum up the whole thing, it's very, very important that each of us have this basic knowledge of human sexuality. I would say start reading up about these things by when you begin, let's say begin from the age of 18 when you are an adult. Start reading about human sexuality from the age of 18. Of course, if you've been lucky enough, you have been receiving a basic sex education from either your parents or from your school, and now it's and that was basically just a starting point. But once you are 18 or so, you could probably buy a good book on sex education, good book on human sexuality, or I would not initially advise you to start watching videos and learn about human sexuality, because you will not really know what is for you and what is not for you. So many of these videos which exist, some of them are fake, some of them are not authentic, some of them are confusing, some of them actually add to the lot of already existing myths in your mind. So I would say, first of all, your first entry into this world of human sexuality should preferably be a book written by a doctor. And once you read this basic book, then probably you can build up your knowledge by watching more videos, and videos created by authentic sexologists or sex therapists or sex coach or sex counselors, or maybe by psychiatrists. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you really found it useful, do press like. If you want to share it with someone, feel free to do so, and do comment. Thank you very much.